Alright, hello everyone. Yo, by the way, Finreal, thank you so much for the €10 donation. Really enjoying the stream. Thank you very much. We are here in the zone 29, cast in the top 4 match. Unfortunately, no pencil strats today, as both of these players are E-liter players, and, you know, mincemeat E-liter is still mincemeat E-liter, but rarely, this is going to be a match with no jetpack, which is really weird, because there's just been ballpoint in, like, every game these days, and we're actually going to be seeing a no inkjet game as the E-liters come out for mincemeat metalwork zones. This is zones only tournament, of course, so we'll be seeing that in this best of 5 set. And so far, Jackpot has capped the zone, but really lost a lot of map control in the opening. And Crush Soda is starting off quite nicely with their positioning here. Jackpot looks to retake here. They've been running the Stamper Bucket dive comp for a while. Looks like Q is able to find some snipes already. Stamper going to be doing an excellent job painting the zone here, and is able to use that Tacticooler to kind of get set up for their Zipcaster without having to worry as much. And that's probably what we're going to see here. Stamper trying to find a kill in the splash, but the splash gets fall-off damage on the sword. Ooh, that was nice, and the E-liter gets picked off as this Crab finds 2, taking both hits of the Wavebreaker. Stamper is trying to set up with that Zipcaster, but zipping with an E-liter on the map is particularly scary. Able to find one this time, though, as Q manages to take out the threat near Leafy, and Leafy's able to zip and find another. Excellent teamwork from the Charger there, being sure that their Zipcaster stays alive. And this fight's going back and forth, but it seems like Jackpot is getting a very nice setup here. With the bucket and sword on the right side of the map, they're going to have a lot of ledge pressure. It's going to be incredibly difficult to contest Jackpot, and that's kind of been something their comps have really benefited from. The bomb is also able to find the Neo Splash early. There is no Tacticooler on the side of Crush Soda, so if stuff goes wrong, they don't have a backup plan. Wave able to find an immediate kill, setting quite a defensive Wavebreaker up. I think a more aggressive position would have been a little bit better there, but it might be enough to get the job done, or at least that's what I would say if Q didn't snipe the person painting the zone, preventing it from being capped, and now all of a sudden things are looking quite dicey. The Zipcaster is ready, and if Leafy can get a play with it, this could turn everything around and secure a knockout. However, it looks like Crush Soda going to be dipping and dodging out of the way. No, it looks like one player actually does go down, and Leafy's manages to get away from the landing. However, amidst all the chaos, the zone actually did get flipped, and that's not going to be the game win as Wave is able to get out of there and stay alive. Jackpot would really like to get on their top area and just get that position there. Very nice burst bomb combo from Leafy before the E-liter can get a shot off, and the Crab being popped from Thunder doesn't have a lot of players to work with it. It'll at least get a kill onto Leafy, and it looks like they're going to try to engage quickly with the Tri-Strikes. However, another player goes down, and these E-liters are just slowing down the pace of the ability to push in here, and especially without Cooler, it's so scary going against a player like Q, knowing your death could be just having massive consequences. Another interesting part about Tacticooler, if they manage to grab it, is they can negate your own respawn Punisher. And so a Charger with respawn Punisher dueling another respawn Punisher Charger with a Cooler is particularly scary. Since you can get double respawn Punisher, they don't have to worry about the risk and can be much more aggressive. But adding a little bit of interesting depth to the Charger Dittos. Anyway, Crush Soda really needs to get to the side of the map, and quickly the Tri-Strikes are going to try to separate Jackpot from their Cooler. Unfortunately, not doing a great job of it, but that Zipcaster gets taken out immediately, and another one gets taken out. Wave able to find 2 kills, and Q will be trading with Thunder here as Leafy sets up on the plat pretty much immediately with Madness, and Wave is just trying to limit the positioning they can stand, as well as farm that Wavebreaker. Look how close they are to this special. Q, in the meantime, as you're trying to find anywhere to stand, Jared actually got picked off, and so did Madness. There's no Cooler on these respawns, so this is looking really bad for them. Crush Soda's able to set up that Crab Tank, trying to get some damage on the left side of the map, weakening the E-liter player and forcing them back. Zipcaster comes out from Leafy to try to find something here. Splash finds a kill, though. The Zipcaster has been unable to find anyone going to be recalling. One of the strikes accidentally hits their base, but they're able to cap the zone, but not before the lead is flipped. And Crush Soda getting a very nice hold so far. However, it's worth noting their penalty is tiny, and so any mistakes are going to cost them, such as dying instead of being able to get that Crab Tank. When Leafy narrowly escaping death at the hands of 2 different players, here comes the safety Tacticooler. Having that QR in this final fight is going to be essential. And Honestly, Crush Soda just wants to cap the zone more than anything. Wavebreaker comes out again, a little bit defensive, trying to clear the player on the bottom left. However, the zone flips while the Tri-Strikes are being thrown. The kills happen, and Crush Soda is gonna take game 1. What a solid win from them. That was a very back and forth game. But so far, the underdogs are able to get the first match of the set. Very interesting. Pump back, pump track is next. Oh boy, what are we gonna see here? I think Q is actually preferred to stay E-liter on this map. This is a ridiculously strong Charger map. So I wouldn't be surprised if they end up keeping the Charger for the next game. We have to see. I'm very curious to see what adaptions we're going to be able to get from these teams to try and turn this around. Now, considering it's humpback, I think we'll see one of two things here. E-liter or missiles, or both. There's the E-liter. And there is both. We're continuing to see an E-liter and Ditto, and for the second game, yeah, nothing. Here we go. Hopping into this next match here. You see Leafy on the Wiper Deco, gonna be able to get a set of 10 of missiles out early on the board. Cooler comes out, and this time we see... Oh, okay, the Cooler just... Yeah, I guess a spectator mode thing, but we see a Cooler on both sides this time. CS electing to have one over those Tri-Strikes, probably the right play here. And I think the swap off the Splatana Stamper to a Wiper, something that can run a bit of QR, I believe, as we're seeing here. No, not going to be doing a QR build, but maybe just playing more aggressive with the Coolers themselves. Going to instead be playing around a missile charge build. That's pretty interesting, and we'll have to see if this swap to the Wiper is going to be worth it a little bit more. Madness was able to find a double a bit earlier. And look how close Leafy is to another set of 10 missiles already, even with that 10-second cooldown. Unfortunately, though, one of the hard matchups that they're going to have to deal with here is 52. And 52 can be very, very good into Wiper Deco with the lack of bomb that weapon has and long kill time compared to 52's own. And Twig is just having a field day, just going to be taking a leisurely stroll back to the Tacticooler, taking Madness down with him. However, the cap that Jackpot has is starting to get a little bit scary, and Leafy is just trying to get that set of 10 missiles. They finally have one, just going to be solo missiling Twig. Jared going to be able to get the kill because of that, though, so missiles well used as Jackpot sets up on the zone. Jared going to have another Tacticooler quite early. The Crab is actually getting bumped around by the Wiper, who's going to be able to dip and dodge out of there. Madness is able to get one kill. Leafy managing to save Q, who's like living on 1 HP at the time, and trying to get some extra damage out, is able to find one. Wave setting up the Wave Breaker right behind that Cooler to shield it. Not something you see every day. And Wave Breaker is very, very strong on this map. Part of the reason it's such a good E-liter map as it is Wave Breaker is ridiculous on this stage. It's so difficult to actually see and deal with it, as well as just hitting every key location. The height limit's rarely a problem for it here. And that second Wave Breaker, though, on the other hand, gets melted in about 2 milliseconds. 2 seconds would be an understatement. That Crab takes it out in no time flat. E-liters are able to one-shot each other's Wave Breaker with Under Shredder. And that can be quite threatening. Ooh, the Tri-Strike gets taken out. by a Wave, who gets a very nice snipe. However, you can see that Respawn Punisher doesn't actually have an effect here with the cooler. Ealer's having a bit of a ditto. We can see a lot more dynamic positioning on this kind of map. But so far, I mean, Jackpot has done such a good job of making sure that full control does not flip the other way. With the Bucket able to find one kill, you can see them on the map there, but they managed to get out of it in time. Gets another hit, but no kill. Madness is getting a little bit caught right now, but Leafy diving in to save him is like, alright, you might be in a bad situation, but I can help you out. I can set up this double team. However, Thunder is going to be able to trade someone out even in that situation. Madness is going to fight Twig and finally run out of gas. And by gas, I mean ink, of course. And that Wavebreaker is going to be able to locate a few people. And we're going to see Jared try to get some damage off it, but nothing's happening so far. An early kill on Leafy is also looking pretty bad here. Twig is in a key position, but not able to find a kill off of that position. And Goss is just sharking in. He's close to that Tacticooler, so this is incredibly risky if he gets caught. And he does. Unable to find a kill, manages to get out, though. Luckily, we'll still have that Tacticooler ready. But Twig gets taken down by Madness. And all of a sudden, Jackpot with very few points on the timer. Missile and Tri-Strike ready. And a cooler out. Is going to be really difficult to push into. The Tri-Strike's going to force the crab onto the low ground. Grabs a cooler for good measure. Jared is fighting. Q goes down, though. Jared is able to find a kill to even things out. The Wavebreaker going to try to be the extra teammate they need. Jared wanted to shoot it down, but ended up giving up, not having enough resources to do so. Madness jumps straight into Twig, but manages to get a trade. However, that zone flips once again. But Crush Soda's going to need better than this. They're chilling in the middle of the map. And that's not quite good enough. You gotta push up to that top left corner. They have a Tacticooler. They need to go now. They need to kill Leafy. Get that side of the map under control, and they do. Jared goes in. They need to take out this player cleanly if possible. However, two of them go down. And unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be enough to be able to hold. And Jackpot reflips the zone, reapplies that penalty. CS having to invest both the Whale and the Crab Tank. Madness able to shark in, trying to chase this cooler player down. Being able to get rid of those cooler respawns would be great right now. Is able to get one, but unfortunately falls off the map. Gets pushed around there, and the E-Leader is having a hard time finding a kill. The cooler player is going to be able to push them without much fear. Forces the Wavebreaker and just backs off into the corner. Twig is in no man's land, but is going to be fighting it out anyway. This man plays in solo queue. He's used to that, but unfortunately, the zone's going to be flipping in the middle of all of that chaos, and Jackpot going to be putting themselves on the board, and we have a tied up set. While no dominant knockout, I think it was a really, really solid play as a whole. Jackpot is the team with 777s in their name. That is their tag. You can probably figure out why. Excuse me. Alright, well, here we go on the zones on Inkblot. We're tied up here, and finally, the return of the ballpoints. And we're actually going to be keeping the Wiper Deco even with the ballpoints active. I do think it makes a bit of sense. The Wiper is just a bit of a better weapon in terms of playing around Tacticooler, and if that's the strat they're trying to do, adapting to fit their team better with that could be a good idea. I mean, this is a very, very similar core comp to what my own team does, really just only the bucket instead of the 92 blast, but a lot of the same principles here with the Wiper Deco kind of being able to play for entry tools or aggressive. You have the bucket for AoE and the ballpoint splatling and zap combo, which is just basically the meta right now. Gonna be charging up the Fizzy Bomb over here. Q gonna be looking for an ink-shot opportunity. Sees the zap, but is only able to trade with them before going down. And unfortunately, that trade is really bad since the cooler was able to come out right afterward. And if they were able to go down with the cooler, that could have been huge. Jared not able to have enough ink in the tank for a bomb there to take out that player. And we see a super jump in with the crab. Gonna be popping it pretty much immediately. But the angle here is just really awkward. Look how hard it is to just find a single player to target. And then the missiles are just going to mess it up a little bit more as well. I think that's a bit of a waste of a special there. And this Wiper is just going to trap them in no man's land. Leafy able to find one and get out of there alive. And Jackpot's looking so good this game. Inkjet comes out to seal the deal, but ends up getting taken out. However, with 2 players down the side of Crush Soda, I'm not sure if they have a lot of options to really make anything happen. The Gal is trying to push in, but is finding nothing. And just getting forced into the corner of shame as Jackpot suddenly turns up the heat and takes a dominant game 3. And Crush Soda cannot afford another match like that. Very interesting. Excuse me, my voice is dying a bit. I should not have opted to solo cast this. Barnacle and Dime is the next game. Very interesting. Alrighty, hopping into game number 4, and it looks like CS is going to be picking their own Wiper Deco. We're going to be seeing Goss switch to that and Thunder switch to cover the end zap that Goss was playing. And I mean, this is kind of like the best Wiper Deco stage in the game, probably, just because beacons are so good with how large the map is, as well as it being a very solid missile stage with how strong anchors can be, like chargers. So I mean, very reasonable pick to say the least. And I mean, so far it's working out for them quite well. They're able to get an early double kill, but will they be able to push off of this? We do see Leafy getting forced into the corner, trying to help out with Q. Actually manages to do so, but the ballpoint takes them out pretty much immediately. And I mean, CS has a very nice setup right now, a very nice hold in general. One player jumps out, the Wiper are going to be getting missiles and spawn, going to be able to lock 4 people for them to just walk forward for free. Look at the amount of space being taken. In fact, someone even goes down to the missiles. And Jackpot should be able to get a very nice retake as Leafy finds a kill on the Twig. And Jackpot just settling into the zone without even having to use that H-Jet. Wiper Deco gets a kill before having to jump out, but not that big a deal here. We do see a flank getting pushed away by Q, and they're probably going to hold that inkjet for when the coolers are close to running out, so they're able to get some more pressure there. Has to be careful though, they're already quite low. They're going to pop their jetpack, but they're actually so weak that this could be a bit difficult. However, Q just going to find two players immediately, tries to find the hit onto the Wiper, taking their time with that last shot, not able to find it. The missiles coming out to try to anti that Wiper away, going to work out here. And Leafy going to be trying to get a little bit of damage onto Thunder. Wave in the corner here, trying to set up, trying to get some paint onto the zone. Both coolers come out, and Wave is just trying to pre-fire the enemy team away from their cooler. Trying to keep them off it from grabbing those buffs. Thunder gets found and picked off a little bit early here. And it looks like CS might finally be losing some semblance of the map as they retreat to their own side of the map here. Twig is trying to bunker up here and just hold this area. This stack is so important. Very similar to Make 'em Are, where you really want to hold it at all costs. Two people just walk into the 52. Twig will be absolutely taking those quick kills out of the way and setting up once more. Cooler comes out, trying to hold on to things. Twig gonna shark in and go for the kill first, but unfortunately that death happens before the cooler is grabbed, which means he's not gonna have that fast respawn or ability to get another since he doesn't have quick respawn himself, and obviously got a kill in that encounter. Leafy gets another immediate quad missile. You can really see the strength of them on this map, and just look how far they're pushing them, not just out of the zone, but backing them off of their own stack. It really just goes to show how strong this special still is in this meta. Pairs very well with everything else, and we do see the ballpoint trying to find a pick, but Q able to take him out pretty much immediately. She's going to have that inkjet in just a little bit to be able to push in, as long as Twig isn't able to take her out early, and he's not. Twig in the corner fighting for dear life. Q gonna grab that cooler on the way over and able to secure some space for their team. Leafy gonna be pushing on the right side. She's gonna be looking to try to get a little bit of space on the left. Now, the main thing you want to get on this map is the top left side. If you can ever get up there and keep the ballpoint and such off there, force resources over there, it's huge. Because you can force resources for the stack, but it's just a little bit too close to the zone to be able to hold it. However, CS is in big trouble here, as those missiles weren't able to find too much. Inkjet coming out from the ballpoint, trying to find some damage, is able to get a little bit, but Madness sneaking in here, finding a kill. If he can somehow take out this Wiper, it would be just pretty much a game-winning kill, but the Wiper manages to stay alive. We will be able to see the missiles in the last-ditch effort, but with the Inkjet and Tri-Strikes coming out, there's just going to be a wall of damage, and Jackpot gonna be able to secure the set with a nice 3-1 victory. Props to Crush Soda, definitely put in some good effort there. Was able to get a little bit of work on the scoreboard, but unfortunately, just not enough to take out such a powerful team. And we'll have to see if they can make the losers run back to have another chance.